We flip a switch and the lights come on. We adjust a thermostat and the air cools down. Almost every rhythm of modern life depends on a continuous, uninterrupted flow of electricity. But that convenience relies entirely on thousands of miles of highly exposed transmission lines. This sprawling, centralized grid was built for a different era. As power demand surges, these aging physical structures are constantly pushed past their capacity, making system-wide failures a regular occurrence. The houses we live in are essentially passive receivers at the very end of that line. When the grid falters, the modern home immediately loses its ability to keep us comfortable, fed, and safe. The most obvious stress test for this fragile network comes from the sky. Severe, unpredictable weather systems regularly sweep the region, putting massive physical strain on local power infrastructure. When a storm takes out a substation and the neighborhood goes dark, the impact is immediate. Refrigerators stop running, medical devices lose power, and HVAC systems shut down completely. This line chart illustrates a second, quieter threat, an expanding economic drain. Notice the steady trajectory of utility rates climbing aggressively upward, while the household income line remains relatively flat. Utility monopolies consistently raise base prices and impose massive premium charges during peak hours. You are paying an ever-increasing premium to effectively rent your power from a system that cannot guarantee it will stay on. To sever reliance on the utility company, you need to generate and control your own electricity. This requires integrating a high-performance energy hub into the home, specifically a Sol-Arc hybrid inverter paired with battery storage. During the day, rooftop panels generate power. Instead of sending the excess clean electricity back out to the utility grid, the Sol-Arc system aggressively stores it in an on-site battery bank. Look at this bar chart tracking daily home energy consumption pulled from the grid. As the expensive afternoon and evening peak hours begin, the grid usage drops completely to zero. The system automatically shifts the home's power draw to the stored battery reserves, eliminating high demand charges. If a neighborhood blackout occurs, that transition is instantaneous. The external grid input flatlines, but the system immediately supplies backup power so the lights never even flicker. The property stops being a passive consumer reliant on vulnerable transmission lines. It becomes an active, self-sufficient energy producer. Beyond local thunderstorms, the electrical grid faces unpredictable risks from above. Extreme solar flares and electromagnetic pulses carry enough invisible interference to permanently disable standard electronic equipment across entire regions. To defend against these specific threats, BC Solar offers an optional military-grade EMP-hardened inverter upgrade. This heavy-duty shielding meets rigorous standards, specifically MIL STD 461G, meaning it is engineered to survive severe lightning strikes and extreme electromagnetic events. True structural resilience requires building a defense against worst-case scenarios, ensuring your home's critical infrastructure stays online even if the broader grid collapses. Premium hardware requires precise external integration. A successfully deployed solar array should look like a permanent architectural feature, using symmetrical layouts and low-profile mounting. Many volume installers rely heavily on third-party subcontractors to handle this complex electrical work. This fragmentation often leads to miscommunication, sloppy aesthetics, and compromised safety protocols. BC Solar eliminates the middlemen. They utilize a strict 7-step installation process managed completely in-house by their own veteran crews. Every project is overseen by certified professionals to maintain total accountability. These crews anchor the arrays with heavy-duty racking designed to hold fast against severe physical stress. They even maintain a specialized detach and reset service, ensuring sensitive panels are professionally removed and reinstalled by experts when a homeowner needs a roof replacement. The most advanced battery technology in the world cannot compensate for a poorly wired array. The integrity of the installation process is just as critical to your home's safety as the hardware itself. Generating your own power stops the cycle of renting electricity. You take the money that would have vanished into a perpetual monthly utility bill and reallocate it into a tangible, transferable home improvement. A high-efficiency solar and battery system locks in your price of energy exactly where it is today. Over its 25-year lifespan, this hardware acts as an inflation-proof shield that actively builds equity in your property. Beyond the balance sheet, there is the simple relief of stability. You no longer have to worry about losing a refrigerator full of food during a storm, or opening a utility bill after a sudden midsummer rate hike. We cannot control extreme weather, and we cannot stop utility monopolies from raising their prices. But with the right infrastructure, you have the power to step off their grid and secure absolute energy independence for your home.